Next question, basic structure is a myth, comment. So basic structure is a myth comment means they are expecting answer from the aspirant. What is basic structure and how the aspirant understand about the basic structure. This is the intention of the examination. Before going to the answer, first we will try to understand why they are asking this type of question. Basic structure is a myth. We are having a clear idea. In the year 1973, in Keshavananda Bharati case, Supreme Court introduced the idea of basic structure theory. We have a chance to observe from the Keshavananda Bharati case onwards. So why they are asking this question? Basic structure is a myth, comment. Means there is no basic structure. So, for example, in different circumstances, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, so and so is the basic structure. For example, if you observe, in Minerva Mills case, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, the balance between the fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy is the basic structure. On that particular situation, Supreme Court expressed that opinion. Then in S.R. Bommai case, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, federalism and federal ideology in India is the part of basic structure. So Supreme Court, it didn't define what is basic structure up to now. According to the situation, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, it is not part of the basic structure. It is part of the basic structure. So up to now, Supreme Court didn't provide any list. These are the part of basic structure. This type of list is not provided by the Supreme Court. Because of that, they criticize basic structure is a myth, comment. So why Supreme Court, what is basic structure? First we will try to observe, there is no definition for the basic structure. In different circumstances, Supreme Court expressed different opinion, it's okay. But what is basic structure? We are not able to define in a proper manner, but according to our examination requirements, we need to define, that is, what our constitutional framers dreamt. Against that activity is the against basic structure. Means whatever the goals and aspirations of our constitution, if any activity violate the goals and aspirations of our constitutional makers' thoughts and ideas, that is against the basic structure. They didn't define what is basic structure. If any activity is done by the parliament or if any activity is done by the government, they can express opinion. Our constitution is not for this type of activities. Our constitutional framers are not thinking like this. It is against the basic structure. They can express this opinion. So simply we will try to understand basic structure is not defined up to now. Because of that, Supreme Court criticists, they express their opinion, basic structure is a myth. For example, in the first Constitutional Amendment 1951, it is related to land reforms. After the first Constitutional Amendment, different cases we have chance to observe, Champakam Durarajan case and Shankari Prasad case. In Shankari Prasad case, it is related to first case related to the judicial review. In Shankari Prasad case, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, constitutional amendments are not under the judicial review. Then 17th Constitutional Amendment was done by the Parliament in the year 1964. 17th Constitutional Amendment in the year 1964. 17th Constitutional Amendment 1964. 1964. It is also related to the land reforms and different types of limitations related to the property. Then in the year 1964, in Sajjan Singh case, Supreme Court clarified that constitutional amendments are not under the judicial review. Then Golaknath case 1967, Supreme Court expressed its opinion, fundamental rights are sacrosanct, it is not amendable. So whenever Supreme Court expressed this type of opinion, in India we are having a parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. Because of that, our parliament, our governments on the time, they think they will try to amend the constitution, but these whatever the judgment is delivered by the Golaknath case, it is the obstacle to amend the constitution. Because of that, in the year 1971, with the effect of 24th Constitutional Amendment, our Parliament done the 24th Constitutional Amendment. With the effect of this 24th Amendment, 13 Clause 4 was incorporated in our Constitution. According to Article 13(4), constitutional amendments are not under the judicial review. Whatever the opinion is expressed by the Supreme Court in the year 1951, in the year 1965, in Shankari Prasad case and Sajjan Singh case, it is the same, whatever the opinion is, on the time in the year 1951 and 65, Supreme Court expressed this opinion, but Supreme Court changed its opinion in the year 1967 in Golaknath case, fundamental rights are not sacrosanct, to overcome this obstacle. In the year 1971, with the effect of 24th Amendment, Parliament incorporate the 13 Clause 4, that is, constitutional amendments are not under the judicial review. So, whenever these type of constitutional amendment is done by the Parliament, if constitutional amendments are not under the judicial review, what is the next consequence? So, if you observe in a keen manner, whenever we are not having an opportunity to question the constitutional amendment, if any political party is having a majority in the Parliament, they done the constitutional amendment, they become a monarch. So, according to the opinion of so